Last month, I reviewed Illumination Entertainment's breakout hit Despicable Me, and I recently reviewed its spin-off prequel Minions, and earlier this month its sequel, The Rise of Gru. And now, despite I was originally to do this last month to promote that new Minions film, here it is at long last, my review of Despicable Me 2. Bad Days Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2013 computer animated comedy flick Despicable Me 2, released by Universal, produced by Illumination. The sequel to the 2010 film, directed by Chris Renaud and Pierre Coffin, written by Cinco Paul and Ken Dario. The film brings back the voices of Steve Carell, Kristen Wiig, Miranda Cosgrove, and Russell Brand, plus Benjamin Bratt and Ken Jeong. This time around, Gru is recruited by Agent Lucy Wilde, who is investigating a theft of the mutagen called PX-41 stolen from the Arctic Circle. And they soon learn that a friend, a man named Eduardo Perez, a friend who turns out to be a supervillain named El Macho, who faked his death years back, is behind everything. Now, this film did pretty well. Now, first of all, if you haven't seen my review for the first Despicable Me or the Minions films, click on that card and it'll take you to the playlist, and you can catch all of them or see them again if you'd like. Give you a few more minutes before I get into this. Alright, now let's get into the story. A mysterious aircraft disguised as a giant magnet steals a highly potent mutagen known as PX-41 from a secret laboratory in the Arctic Circle. Director Silas Ramsbaum of the Anti-Villain League, or maybe it's excuse me, sends one of their agents, Lucy Wilde, to recruit former supervillain Gru. Forcibly brought to the AVL headquarters, Gru is asked by Silas to help them track down the culprit and recover the mutagen. However, Gru refuses, claiming that he is now a legitimate father and business owner. Longing to resume his criminal life, Dr. Nefario, Gru's friend and assistant, leaves him for new employment. This causes a reluctant Gru to investigate the theft and work with Lucy. The pair are stationed at the Paradise shopping mall with a cupcake store as their front. Gru immediately suspects Mexican restaurant owner Eduardo Perez might be El Macho, a supervillain who supposedly died by riding a shark into an active volcano with 250 pounds of TNT strapped to his chest. Gru and Lucy break into Eduardo's restaurant at night but find no proof. Meanwhile, Gru's three adopted daughters, Margot, Edith, and Agnes, who dream of having a mother one day, believe that Gru will fall in love with Lucy. Gru denies it, saying his relationship with Lucy is only professional. Despite holding Eduardo as his prime suspect, Gru agrees to pursue other leads, including the shop of wig merchant Floyd Eagleson, where Lucy discovers traces of PX-41. After witnessing Eduardo San Antonio woo Margot and invite everyone to his Cinco de Mayo party, Gru renews his focus on Eduardo. After a neighbor sets Gru up on a bad blind date, Lucy helps him escape, and the two begin to bond. The next day, the AVL arrests Floyd after finding an almost empty jar of the mutagen in his shop. Silas closes the investigation and reassigns Lucy to Australia. At the Cinco de Mayo party, Gru follows Eduardo and discovers that he is indeed El Macho. Having faked his death, El Macho has hired Dr. Nefario and had abducted most of Gru's minions. Using the stolen PX-41 mutagen to transform them into an army of indestructible and savage purple beasts, El Macho plans to launch rockets full of the evil minions into major cities to dominate the world. He offers Gru the chance to team up with him, but Gru walks away with the girls. Suspicious, El Macho sends an evil minion, Kevin, after them. Alright, now for the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to sub this video. Go to the description box below, fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Thank you, and here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Lucy, having decided to disobey orders and return home to Gru, arrives at the party right after Gru leaves. Realizing that Lucy and Gru are working for the AVL, El Macho kidnaps her. Dr. Nefario, feeling guilty for changing sides, informs Gru of the situation. Gru returns to El Macho's fortress with 2 of his own disguised minions. The evil minions see through the disguise and attack them. Meanwhile, Kevin breaks into Gru's house and attacks the girls. Margot and Agnes lure him to the lab where Dr. Nefario arrives with an antidote and turns Kevin normal again. Dr. Nefario puts the antidote in Gru's jelly reserves, and he and the girls hurry to Gru's aid. Gru, Dr. Nefario, the girls and the surviving minions use jelly guns to restore all the other evil minions to their normal state. El Macho threatens to kill Lucy and uses the PX-41 to become a monster himself, but is defeated by Gru and Dr. Nefario. Gru starts to rescue Lucy from El Macho's TNT-loaded shark rocket, but El Macho's pet chicken, Polito, launches it, sending him toward a volcano. Lucy accepts Gru's invitation for a date, and they jump into the ocean before the rocket explodes into the volcano. 147 days later, Gru and Lucy eventually get married, giving the girls, Margot, Edith, and Agnes, a mother. End of story. 1 minute silence, everyone. Alright, so what did I think of Despicable Me 2? Well, it's pretty good. I did enjoy this a little bit. Well, not quite as much as the first one, but it proves to have some good fun moments and potential and what have you. Though it was a surprise that the minions all went bad, well, due to El Macho. But anyway, that's just my opinion. But hey, it's still a fun movie and what have you. The film did reasonable. While it does have a lot of fun moments and what have you, I agree. El Macho isn't too bad of a supervillain, and with the addition of Lucy, very good. Anyway, our voice cast, which has Steve Carell once again voicing Gru, he's just as good as he was before. Kristen Wiig voices Lucy Wilde this time. Of course, we recently voiced one of the characters in the previous film, a different character. Benjamin Bratt voiced El Macho, aka Eduardo Perez. Now, Al Pacino was originally cast in the role, but had recorded all his lines, but left the film due to creative differences. Miranda Cosgrove is back as Margot, the eldest of the 3. Russell Brand returns as Dr. Nefario. Now, of course, this was after he had recently done the Illuminations film, well, previous film before this, after Despicable Me, and that was Hop. Steve Coogan is Silas Ramsbaum. And then Ken Jeong plays Floyd Ingleson. Also, we have Elsie Fisher as Agnes, the youngest of the 3. And Dana Gayer voices Edith. And Eduardo's son, Antonio Perez, is played by Moses Arias, who you know him best as Rico from Hannah Montana. And he's appeared in lots of other movies and shows. Anyway, yeah, pretty good. Pharrell Williams, along with Hector Pereira, are here to do the score. And I gotta say, it was pretty good. The film went on to make $970 million worldwide and became the highest grossing film of 2013, right behind Frozen and Iron Man 3. So anyway, I thought it was pretty good, like I said. Anyway, now of course, a couple of years later, I think, yes, I believe it was. But anyway, yes, a couple of years later, there was the spin-off prequel Minions, which was pretty good, and then 2 years later, a sequel to this came, and that would be Despicable Me 3, which was I thought was fun and what have you. And there's currently a fourth one in the works, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. So anyway, the story isn't too bad. It has some good characters, most the same as before, and still it's got a good soundtrack. We do get to hear Despicable Me, well, the song in there, which was really good, like before. Anyway, really a fun experience. So in the end, would I recommend Despicable Me 2? I would say yes, definitely. Anyway, what are your thoughts on Despicable Me 2? Please tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And next time I'll be bringing to you a review of Despicable Me 3. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, check out these other videos that I've done. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Illumination's second film, Hop. Or go to the upper right-hand corner and see my review of my review of the top film of 2013. That was Disney's Frozen. Or if you just want a little something else, you can go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of the new animated film, Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank, now playing in theaters, which is spoiler-free, by the way. In the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.